FK2 is a race car. This is a rally car. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying the recent content that I've been putting up about the FK2, but in today's video I'm not going to really be talking about the FK2. It's all about this, the 1995 Subaru Impreza WRX Gen 1. This car is actually one of my friends who I've known for about 10 years, and this one is actually a JDM import. This car came over to the UK about 4 or 5 years ago, but it's a 1995 model. It's quite pristine in the condition. It's quite original, not modified as such. And the reason I'm actually going to be reviewing it is, one, it's quite rare. You don't see very many of these on the UK roads anymore. And two, it's actually quite similar to the FK2. It has about 240 brake. Probably lost a couple of those horses over the last few years, but it's a lot lighter than the FK2. The FK2 weighs about 1.4 ton and this weighs about 1.2, so it's going to be quite close. So in this video what I'm going to actually do is walk around the car as I usually do, look at the interior, and then we're going to go for a drive. And along the drive we're going to be talking about how the car drives, handles, accelerates, brakes, and all the usual stuff. So come on guys, let's go and have a look at this car. Completely original. Those gold alloy wheels are a signature of the World Rally Championship. Colin McRae used one of these cars that won him the World Rally Championship back in the 90s. That's what I like about the classic cars that I'm actually reviewing. They're all fairly unmodified. The only thing that this has got is a big bore exhaust on the back, which is a common upgrade that most Subaru drivers would actually do to this. That wing on the back, very similar to the FK2. The WRX Subaru Impreza in the 90s and even in the 2000s, when you saw one of these cars on the roads, it turned heads like the way the FK2 does now. And in all honesty, when I was driving here and my mate was driving the Subaru Impreza, I saw this in my rear view mirror, and the way this was just keeping up was quite impressive. I mean, look at that. Look at the bonnet scoop on that. As far as bonnet scoop wars go, that probably beats them hands down. Both cars are 4 cylinders. The thing with the Subaru is that it's actually a boxer engine. A big wing on the FK2, a big wing on the Subaru. Let's check this exhaust out. There you go, that's the boxer engine of the WRX with an induction kit on it as well. Really exciting. And he has that classic soundtrack of a boxer engine as well. This 4-door saloon comes with pillarless doors, and back in the 90s, what 4-door saloon do you know that actually came with these kind of doors? I mean, even the FK2 doesn't come with pillarless doors, and that is something that I really like about pretty much all Subarus. Let's just take a seat in here. You got this nice little kind of steering wheel. This is a JDM spec car, so everything in here, like the speedo and the mileage, is going to be all in kilometers. Now I know this car only goes to 180 kilometers, which equates to about, I don't know, 110, 115 miles an hour, but don't let that fool you. It's completely original. A nice kind of steering wheel, good driving position, 5-speed gearbox, fairly close ratio. And then you got these nice Recaro seats, which if I just come out again, and you got these nice Recaro seats. there we have it. We've done the exterior shots, we've done the engine bay, we've had a look at the interior. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take it for a drive. So come on guys, the car's open, I've got the keys, so let's go. There we go, we're in the WRX, and my first impressions are that this is a really great car. It's got a really good driving position, steering wheel is nicely weighted, the pedals are nicely weighted, and the soundtrack, listen to that. It's got the same kind of induction noise as the FK2 as well, and the added security of 4-wheel drive. Unbelievable. This car, 22 years old, well nurtured, well maintained. You know, those are the components that make a classic car. Yeah, of course it needs a bit of TLC around the bodywork, but that's minor. Mechanically this car is sound and I love it. 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, and it feels every bit as quick as the FK2 does. And the brakes, again, right on the money. No wheel spin, no torque steer, 4-wheel drive, really impressive. My FK2 is right behind me. I know this camera's going to be a bit jittery, but we are in a kind of a sports car, so that's expected. The way this thing grips, what's going to be interesting is my friend's driving my FK2. I think what's going to be interesting is to see what his views are on the FK2, because this is his daily and that's my daily. So I'll be interested to see how he kind of compares the FK2 to this, because I'm actually loving this car. I've got to admit that before I got into my FK2, my love for JDM cars wasn't that high, but now it all makes sense. JDM cars, especially the imports, they are something else. They are set up in a different way. The burble of that exhaust, oh, it's epic. What you got to remember with this car is that there is no traction control, ESP, etc. It's just you, the car, manual gearbox, and the 4-wheel drive setup. Epic. Complete driver's car, completely connected. No other word for it really. I can just see my FK2 just coming up right behind me. I'm sure he's having quite a lot of fun in that car, as much as I'm having fun in his car. A big shout out to Naheem, who's come out here, let me borrow his car for the day. The sound of that boxer and that exhaust, listen to that. I know the camera's gone all a bit bouncy there, shaking about. It is at the end of the day a sports car. The FK2 is a race car. This is a rally car. The sound on the induction, the sound of the exhaust, a really nice setup. So sweet. I guess whenever I'm driving a car, and if I'm smiling like this, it clearly means the car's a winner. And just looking in the rear view mirror, I can see my friend, he's smiling too, so my FK2 is also a winner. I think I've kind of made my mind up. If I was to ever come out of my FK2 and wanting to go and kind of buy a classic, this would be probably one on the short list. Most likely. It feels awesome. There's no other words for it. 22-year-old car, keep saying. just handles beautifully. Wow. That smile says a lot, doesn't it? So guys, what do I think about the WRX behind me? I'm sure that you already gathered how much I actually love it. If I'm after a classic car in the not too distant future, the WRX Gen 1 is going to be right up there on my shortlist. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to my channel if you want. Hopefully I'll see you guys on my next vid when I'll be driving some more classic cars. See you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.